So if you're a woman who is looking to lose weight and you're struggling with what the heck to eat, this video is for you. I'm gonna talk about how to create a macro balanced meal that will fill you up, hit your nutritional needs, and help you lose weight. Hello, I am Tina Haupert. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the woman behind Carrots and Cake. I'm also an FDN practitioner and a certified nutrition coach, and I love helping women eat healthier and get to their body composition goals. Okay, so in this video, I am going to break down how to make a macro balanced meal in a way that is so simple, you will be able to do this every single day at every single meal and not overwhelm you or stress you out about what to eat. I'm literally going to break this down into 3 parts, and I'm going to summarize by saying protein, fiber, flavor. Those are the 3 things that you need to pay attention to when making a macro balanced meal. I feel like when you start thinking that way, protein, fiber, flavor, it makes it so much easier. Okay, so we'll start at the beginning here. Protein, so important for so many things, especially when it comes to fat loss. Because in a fat loss phase, when we are purposely putting our bodies in a calorie deficit, we are aiming to lose fat, but we will also lose muscle at the same time. So making sure you have enough protein in your diet can help maintain that muscle mass that you have. And muscle mass is so important as far as having that toned, fit, muscular look that we all want. And of course, being a woman in her 40s, I want to maintain as much muscle as possible. So making sure you're consuming enough protein, super duper important. A lot of times in a fat loss phase, I'm encouraging women to eat at least 100 grams of protein per day, all the way up to their body weight in pounds. So I weigh 140 pounds. Most days I'm aiming for pretty close to 140 grams of protein. So how to make sure you're hitting your protein goal. Shout out from my previous video about how to meal plan for fat loss. Check that out. It has some really great tips and tricks. But take your protein goal and divide that by the number of meals that you want to eat. I feel like that's a good way to set some benchmarks for yourself throughout the day. So you're not getting to the end of the day and being like, oh my gosh, I have 80 grams of protein to consume. So for most women, I would say like 30 grams per is a good place to start and a good target to aim for. So when you're thinking about your meal and planning that meal, start with protein. How are you going to get at least 30 grams of protein in that meal? And of course, half the battle is getting those protein sources into your house and prepping them, but start there. How are you going to hit that 30 grams of protein? The second step in creating a macro balanced meal is making sure there's some sort of fiber in your meal. And when I'm talking about fiber, I do feel like when you get enough fiber in your diet, it ensures that you're most likely eating a lot of whole foods and not a lot of processed fake foods, because the foods that are heavy hitters when it comes to fiber are vegetables and fruit and beans and lentils and whole grains and good quality nourishing food. So for a lot of our clients, I tell them to aim for, 7, 8 grams of fiber per meal. I think that can set you up for success when it comes to successfully planning your meals throughout the day and making sure you're getting to, 25-ish grams per day. Again, don't feel like you need to go from 7 grams of fiber to 25 grams of fiber overnight, because that could definitely cause some GI distress if you're not used to eating that much fiber. And obviously you don't want to deal with bloating and gas and things like that. So definitely start slow when you are increasing your fiber intake. But making sure you have some sort of fiber in your meal is really important, because you're likely consuming some sort of whole foods. That fiber is good for your gut health, feeling satisfied, slowing down the glucose blood sugar response of that meal. There's so many good reasons for that. So think protein, think fiber. And then step 3 is adding some sort of flavor to your meal. I mean, that's what really brings this all together and makes that meal enjoyable to eat. So when I'm talking about flavor, anything goes. Anything you like that is going to increase the flavor and the taste of this meal so you enjoy eating it, and also adds like a little bit of variety that you're not eating like the exact same meal again and again. So I'm a big fan of spices. And I mean, if you go to your local grocery store, I mean, big fan of Trader Joe's. There's a million different types of spices and spice blends. You could add some garlic powder or garlic salt. There's like pizza blends, green goddess blends, bagel seasoning, savory blends. There's like cheese blends. There's like a million different spices and flavors that you could literally just shake onto your meal. So go to your local grocery store, check out what you have, buy some new things, and just sprinkle it on whatever you're eating. Of course, like a spice or something like that is not going to add a lot of calories, but it's going to add so much flavor. I'm also a fan of fresh herbs. Again, not going to add a lot of calories. Lately, we've been into dill, parsley, chives. You could even do some mint or something like that to have like a fresh, fun, summery flavor. So again, check out the herbs at your local grocery store, buy one or two, switch it up from week to week, but it can add a ton of flavor without adding a ton of calories. And finally, I love all the sauces. I love barbecue sauce. I feel like I put barbecue sauce on everything. Buffalo sauce, hot sauce, salsa. There's so many different salsas out there. Pineapple salsa, peach salsa, hummus, all the different flavors of hummus, chimichurri sauce, really like any sort of dressing, ranch dressing. You can make your own homemade dressing. Sometimes it's as simple as like throwing a few ingredients in a shaker and just, spreading it on whatever you're eating. It can just be so simple, but switching up those flavors, adding different flavors can make a meal, like a boring meal, so much more exciting, so much more enjoyable to eat. And I think when creating these macro balance meals where it's easy, I do feel like a lot of my meals are 3 ingredients: protein, fiber, flavor. It makes it a lot easier, but then also adding that flavor, switching it up can keep it interesting to help you be more consistent with your healthy eating habits. So I hope you found this video helpful and breaking this meal down into 3 parts, essentially like giving you a framework for your meals. I'm hoping this helps you as far as creating those macro balance meals go. And if you're somebody that wants to take your weight loss goals to the next step, maybe you feel like you need a little bit of help and you want to explore all this macro stuff, I have an amazing resource for you. It's called my Lean Macro Bundle, and it's a 150-page macro resource that introduces you to macros, what they're all about. It gives you information for how to calculate your macros for weight loss. There's all sorts of visuals and lists and tips and tricks and a bazillion recipes that are macro balanced, easy to make, and have all the nutrition information for you. So you can check out this resource, sign up for it. I'll leave all the details in the notes below. Grab it, and it can honestly help you as far as getting to your weight loss goals. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to take a second to like it and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss future content.